Saint Yune's first appointment was a series of audiences in the chapel. Ordinarily, Saint Yune met these people with a serene and mysterious smile, but... What are you doing now? What? Oh no, this boy is nothing but trouble. He's in such a good mood. I'd never heard him hum before. Okay, I thought you were maybe humming. Everyone else seemed just as surprised. Lord Warner, having come to check on him, grimaced. Oh, get out of here, Warner. Nobody likes you.
Your Holiness, perhaps we ought to take a break.
No. Keep going. I want to talk to more people.
Very well.
Thanks.
What's happened to His Holiness?
Look how happy he is. Today is truly a blessed day.
Yes, I feel so happy now.
Good. The people realized that Saint Yune was behaving differently, but they were taking it well. I would probably have interpreted it the same way if I didn't know him any better. The reason he was in such a good mood was that he thought he had found a way to die. And my own role in that plan. Yeah. I don't know what love means. My parents had been married by the government, and the same applied to everyone else. Everyone except Saint Yune had their partner decided by the government. In school, we learned that this helped with population control, and we all came to accept it. I was the same. Sometimes I had played a role in the punishment of those who had been in unsanctioned relationships. That made this much harder for me now. I'd seen others punished for something I now had to do myself. My orders are to kill Saint Yune, and for that... I had no idea how love worked. Was I going to be able to do it? I like that she's not... She's just like, I gotta get him to fall in love with me so I can fulfill the orders he gave me to kill him. You know, like, that's all that it matters to her. It's like, I mean, I gotta kill him. This is like the best way to do it, so... Oh, man. Oh, Cyrus. I gazed over at Saint Yune, still smiling happily. Doesn't actually love him at all. She's just like, what is love? All I know is my duty and responsibility. Noon came and passed. The evening came and passed. I'm running out of time to give him my answer. Night fell and I still had no answer. I only have until tomorrow. I looked over his appointments for the next day, still thinking about it. Good night, then.
Wait. Let me hear your answer.
I have until tomorrow.
In a few minutes, we're past midnight. Those won't make a big difference, right? Let me know your answer. Do you think you can fall in love with me?
Why do I have to fall in love with you? Can't I just make you fall in love with me? Aw, man, this is even more complicated now. I lost my job, but I'm still a former police officer. I need to uphold the law. Besides, I've never felt inclined towards love. I have no idea what it means. However, I would like to do what I can for you.
Really? Really?
Yes. It's only thanks to you that I'm still in the Heights. I think I should obey you, whatever form that takes. Girl, phrasing. Be careful how you phrase things. Girl. Alright? Be careful. Going forward.
Obey? That isn't a real relationship, is it?
Really? Should I try that again?
No, it's alright. It's like you to say that. Thanks.
Saint Yune smiled, and so did I. But I really don't know what I have to do. I felt nothing in particular towards my former fiancé, Lord Fitzgerald. I'm worried I might not live up to your expectations.
Don't worry about that. Love is grown and fostered.
Saint Yune, do you know what it means to be in love?
Of course not. I've lived for 400 years without being in love. My emotions are pretty rusty. We're on about the same level in terms of experience. Don't worry about it. I'll fall in love with you, and you'll fall in love with me. Let's make that happen.
Okay! You guys are so weird. It's like, alright, we got a plan. Operation Fall in Love is a go.
It's a little weird. I don't think love is something you try to make happen like this.
I don't think falling in love so you can die is particularly commonplace either. Good point, Cyrus.
You got that right. But I'm glad you said yes. I don't know what I would have done otherwise.
If I refused? I had to think about it for a long time. But I promise I won't change my mind.
We'll see. I don't understand other people very well. So I want you to teach me.
He edged closer. Careful. Remember the stone. He opened his arms but hesitated awkwardly.
I envy normal people. They could embrace each other right now. You know, a long time ago I wrapped my arms around an animal and it just died.
Damn. No wonder your emotions are all rusty. You can't even, like, have a dog or a cat or anything. Just anything that touches you dies, even if it has no ill will towards you. Good thing I didn't poke you when I thought you died. Right, that's how it is for Saint Yune. My parents often held me close when I was a child. Even when I grew up and was unhappy, they held me to comfort me. Not being able to feel that warmth must be terrible.
So we shouldn't hug. I don't want to kill you without meaning to.
He gave me a warm smile, but it was also a sad one.
Well, growing our love without a hug might be hard, but what choice do we have? Good night, Cyrus. I look forward to this.
Yes. Good night, Saint Yune. Well, at least you don't have to worry about him making any physical moves, I guess, because, then we're dead. Hard to form love without a hug. There's some truth to these words. I closed the door behind me and leaned against it. Saint Yune and I are in a relationship. So he was my boyfriend. That made me intensely embarrassed and I threw myself onto the bed. Ah! I buried my face in my pillow and kicked my feet. Yeah, get it, girl. Why am I feeling so embarrassed? Nobody had done anything in particular to me, but my cheeks felt hot. How do I feel about us being in a relationship? It does feel unreal. I am worried. But we are going for the best ending, gosh darn it. So it's all going to work out somehow. I don't know how, but just gotta have faith in the saint. It'll all work out. Did it. Yes. Now that I've agreed, I have to see it through. It's all right. I have Saint Yune. He will work something out. Alone, I'd feel very uncertain and afraid, but with him, I had a feeling it could work. Well, that's a good building block to a relationship. Having confidence in him. Good. I hope I'll be able to love Saint Yune. We'll find out. Alright, Yune. How's the stone? How's your heart these days? What's going on? Any more pangs? Oh, there she is. Yune.
Oh, Sekie. Good. I wanted to talk to you. I think I finally have the answer I was looking for.
To what?
The question of how I can put an end to this. I think I have to love. Love will change me and cause my death.
Well,
You what? Tell me. Tell me.
I'm inside you to keep you alive. I protect you from anything that touches you, even death itself, because I love you. If nothing can touch you, then you can never love. The love of anyone but me is poison to you.
You are a parasite, Sekie.
Do you mean to oppose that love? The love of the Stone of God?
Is that what I paid?
Yes, the love of anyone but me.
Dang! Oh my goodness, I can't remember who you are in the comments, but you were right on the money with this theory. You were 100% correct that that was the price he paid. He agreed to only love the stone. He's like, well, I don't care about anybody anyway, so sure, I'll love you. And in return, anything that touched him died, which, as he said already, being in love without, like, physical touch is very difficult. Oh, man. Interesting. Alright. Man, I will say it again, I love the pace at which we get answers revealed in this route. It is so satisfying. Anyway, continue.
I will keep you alive, now and forever. But renounce this foolish quest.
Sekie.
Think about it. Accept my love and only mine, and you will live forever like the mountains.
Nah, I'll do this. I'll love her and put an end to this life.
I like the idea that she's just like, be in love with me forever and eternal life could be yours. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I think I'm gonna just, like, fall in love with this girl I met, like, a week ago, if it's all the same to you, and put an end to this misery. Thanks.
I'm not a rock. I'm a human being. I'm mortal, destined to die from the moment I was born. And I'll return to that mortality.
Ooh, made her angry.
You ungrateful! All that awaits you is grief. YUNE, you foolish child.
Well, Sekie, you have a chance to prove whether your love for him is real and not just complete yandere obsessiveness by letting him go. You've had him for 400 years. If you really love him, let him go. Dawn arrived. Did he make it through the night? I'm not sure how to face him. I brought St. YUNE his breakfast and groaned. What was I going to say? What expression was I going to make? How was I going to say it? I wondered whether it would be best to act like nothing had changed. Or perhaps not? Then how? I have no idea. I'd been thinking over breakfast in the mess hall as well, but I had no real answer. But I can't put it off on that account. Regardless of whether I was, in a complicated relationship with him, I was still his attendant. I had to bring him breakfast. Alright, let's go. I told myself it would work out and knocked on his door. You alive in here? Good morning. I have brought you breakfast.
Good morning. I've been waiting. For the breakfast. I'm hungry.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
I set the food on the table.
Oh no. Why did I misunderstand him?
I thought he'd been waiting for me, not the food. Girl, priorities in life for this boy. Food will always be number one.
I was waiting for you as well. I missed you.
Look, you spilled that. Are you alright?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I will bring a new...
No, it's alright. Just wipe it off later. Come on, sit down.
Saint Yune gestured towards the sofa in front of him. I had no reason to say no and sat down timidly. Saint Yune dug into his breakfast just the same as any other morning, but I was restless.
Where does an attendant eat? Eat? I was just thinking that I never really saw you eat anything.
Next to the kitchen is a mess hall for temple employees. We eat there. I asked if he hadn't known that. Saint Yune nodded, his mouth full of bread.
Sometimes I was wondering when you and the others eat, but I never cared enough to find out. I don't have a large interest in others. They pass through my life. If I care about them, it just hurts me in the end. But you're different. Bring your own food as well next time.
My own?
Yes. Eating together seems like something couples do.
Couples?
Did you forget what we agreed to yesterday? We're a couple now.
I remember, but...
But?
I mumbled a little, desperately trying to lay out my next sentence. I'm not sure what I need to do now. Even talking about it is uncomfortable.
Just behave like normal, obviously. Trying to do everything consciously will just wear you out.
Like normal?
Yes, like you always are. And love me for the person I normally am. It's easy.
Whether it's easy or not, that does help me a little. He was right. Trying to be conscious of every little thing would lead to me forgetting to breathe. Our relationship was part of a larger ploy to allow Saint Yune to die. It wasn't a long-term relationship. All the more reason why it would be nice if I could really open up to Saint Yune. Open up to Saint Yune. The deeper possible implications of that made me embarrassed and my face felt hot. Girl, what you thinking about these days?
What's wrong? You're really red in the face. Having fun with your imagination?
No!
Really? I would have liked you imagining things like us hugging or kissing. What kind of reaction is that? We're a couple now. Couples do that sort of thing. Then again, those things might just kill you, so we can't do it. But we can do it all you want in your imagination.
All I want, huh? And now the seed has been planted. The thought of imagining us doing those things crossed my mind, but I vigorously shook my head. Saint Yune, why are you so well informed about all this?
You think I lived all this time without talking to anyone? Besides, when I was still living on the surface, everyone had a relationship.
Really?
Yeah. There were no laws to control the population there. I wasn't able to have one, though. I had the surgery when I was about 16, and was focused more on my research than on romance. Now the people love my immortality, but at the time everyone thought it was creepy that I didn't change. I lost most social contacts.
I guess that's understandable. So how long did you live on the surface after the surgery, before the flood happened? Like, I wonder how old Arson Klein became by the time you said goodbye.
But I stayed close to Arson Klein, and saw him in his relationship and when he married. I know what's supposed to happen. So you can just hand the reins to me, alright?
Yes.
No. You need to smile. Again.
Yes.
Yes, good.
Saint Yune suddenly dropped his fork. Pain? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. My chest hurt. I see. You just have to smile. I have to make you happy.
Saint Yune.
Don't look like that. I'm happy. Smile.
I can't smile when someone is suffering.
I see. That's too bad. Then I'll try to look like I'm not suffering when you're around.
Oh man, what a mess this is. Saint Yune began to excitedly resume his breakfast. What a weird conversation. Yes, Cyrus, indeed. I'm actually gonna read that again instead of trying to do an echo effect on me completely losing my mind over that line. Professionalism now. What a weird conversation. I assumed a relationship like ours was meant to be a stepping stone towards marriage, but ours was a stepping stone towards Saint Yune's death. You could argue that it's a hollow relationship, but when I thought about Saint Yune being gone at some point in the future, it made me sad. For the first time, she's actually finally sad about him maybe dying. All this time she's been kind of, well, I guess that's what he wants. I really thought she would have more trouble with it because he's a saint and the reigning, for all intents and purposes, like the figurehead of the entire world. But apparently that doesn't faze her very much.
In the afternoon, I attended a session of aristocrats in the assembly. That is, I was physically present. All I had to do was be there. The men were debating whether or not some laws needed to be changed. I, meanwhile, thought about my death. What is it about Cyrus being happy? The source of my chest pain was linked to Cyrus. I knew that. The extent of the pain was also influenced by what she was doing. If she smiled or blushed, then that looked attractive to me and strained my heart. I feel sorry for Sekie now, but I touched my chest to feel my pulse. I was only alive because of Sekie. That said, it did surprise me when Sekie had said it loved me. I was very grateful to it for keeping me alive. But I made up my mind. I need to escape from Sekie. I will love Cyrus, and I will die. That's the end I hope for.
It's not the end I hope for. I want a better ending than that, sir.
The problem is how we're going to do that. What's the most efficient way of being in a relationship? I can't touch her. The crime, I suppose. The murder of her parents. If her name was cleared and she was pronounced innocent, that would surely make her extremely happy. Oh, a break. Good.
I love that this is what is going to motivate him to finally light a fire under Warner to get this investigation going. He's like, I need her to be so extremely happy that my heart will burst from love at seeing her joy, and then I will die. Yes, this is the key to everything.
I told Cyrus to stay at my chair and walked over to Warner.
Warner, what's the holdup?
I'm honored that you've come to meet me, Your Holiness. I would have come to you immediately had you told me.
It's all right. I need the exercise. I grinned, explaining that the inaction was wearing on me as I approached. How is the Tasella family case going?
Nothing new so far. It was fully processed, so opening a new investigation takes time.
Then I'll ask someone else to do it.
Why?
You're the speaker. You're probably too busy to handle it. I'll ask someone who's got more time on his hands.
Sweat.
But the case was closed long ago. I don't think any information should leave the inner circle.
Then take care of it soon. Alright?
Yes.
Well played, Yune, well played.
Warner bowed and left immediately. I hope this speeds it up a little.
He's lucky that he can't be killed yet, because Warner would so be trying to murder him right now. I guess he could try to murder Cyrus, though. Again. Well, not again, but, you know. This time, just shoo her away, since the whole glissade blood plan didn't quite work out.
I trusted Warner, but due to his position, he was a busy man.
How can you trust this boy? He just oozes evil.
Compared to his other duties, the investigation of an old murder case was not very important. That's why I wanted to have someone else do it, but I'll give him another chance.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see how this goes, I guess. I think Warner's got to make some plans with his son again. St. Yune is late. After attending the assembly session, St. Yune had gone to the medical room for a regular checkup. So you can get checkups, eh? Interesting. We were supposed to meet each other in the chapel, but he hadn't arrived yet. I looked at the clock on the wall and sighed. It's evening already. What's keeping him? I remembered how he had complained of chest pains in the morning. I hope he isn't seriously ill and I simply wasn't told. I should check. I stood up, unable to wait any longer. There you are.
I'm sorry. That took too long.
St. Yune.
Some nobles chatted me up on the way, and I had a hard time shaking them off.
St. Yune came over to me, removed his cap, and sat down. I sat down as well. I'm relieved that you're all right.
I'm immortal. Of course I'm all right. Now then, let's talk about love.
Are you serious?
Of course. I told you earlier today that we'd have a clandestine meeting in the chapel.
A clandestine meeting in the chapel. Can't believe this is where we are, but okay. You did, and I remember, but what if someone comes?
I'm the only one who uses the chapel this time of the day. Hardly anybody ever comes.
But you're not certain.
Isn't the thrill of it exciting?
No. What would you do if they found out?
The saint would have his fair share of trouble, but I don't care personally.
St. Yune. St. Yune gave me a mischievous grin, leaned back and looked at the ceiling.
Back on the ground, men and women used to talk to be more comfortable with each other. And then eventually they fell in love. One of them confessed their love to the other, and they became a couple. By the way, it was Arsenclime who confessed to her. He was a brave man. And after some more time passes, one of them proposes marriage to the other. Then they finally get married if the other agrees.
That sounds quite elaborate. St. Yune looked at me questioningly. There are too many steps. It sounds difficult to do. Besides, what happens if you fall in love and confess, but the other person doesn't feel the same way?
You're just turned down.
What's the punishment?
Punishment? It's love. You can love whoever you want.
I see. What happens when you're turned down?
You stay friends. Or you become estranged. It depends on how it goes.
That sounds pretty scary. I could never do that.
What are you talking about? We don't have to worry about that. You have me and I have you. We're already a couple.
Yes. My heart skipped a beat when he stared at me. I felt pain, but not a hard pain like that of an injury. It was a soft, sweet pain. This pain must be love. Well, I hope so, and it's not that you also have a stone in your chest that wants to love you forever, Cyrus.
You're blushing. It's cute.
Ooh, careful, careful. Saint Yune reached for my cheek. Careful. However, he didn't touch it. His slender fingers remained suspended in the air. Right. He's afraid that would harm me. He'd said that he would take charge, but I had an inkling that that probably wasn't the best idea. Two people in a relationship probably have to meet each other in the middle. I reached out. Oh no, girl, careful! Careful! Ah! Oh, she didn't die! Oh, she didn't die! Yay! For the first time in 400 years, this boy has been touched. Yay! Praises! Oh. Alright. Girl, you are so brave, girl. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
My father often did this when I was small.
Are you treating me like a child? Hey, if you hurt me, then you'll be injured and you might even die. Aren't you afraid of that?
I am. One of us is going to die one way or the other, right?
Yes. Yes.
Saint Yune smiled. I saw pain in it. Does your chest hurt?
I'm an abomination now. It's been a really, really long time since someone touched me like this. I forgot how it felt when someone truly accepts you. I missed it. My chest is pulsing so much. I can feel my false heart creaking from the pressure.
Saint Yune.
Don't stop. I want to feel more of this pain. It might sound strange, but I like it. I feel human again. Alive. That must sound so stupid knowing that I'm trying to die. Hey, Cyrus. Do you love me? Answer me now. Tell me you love me. I love you, Cyrus. You're stubborn, earnest, harsh, and really cute.
Thank you for noticing. What a great confession. Really cute. Wow. I'm not sure how positive that sounds.
I like all of that. Don't worry. Now, what is it? What's your answer?
Excuse me? Hold on. Hold on. I need a timeout. 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 Did my girl not only initiate physical contact, but just, like, no problemo say, I love you, with hardly a prompt in the world? Man. Elf trying to get that out of her was like pulling teeth. He had to trick her into it. Ulrich wasn't successful at all. Adage had to wait a year. I think she did confess fairly easily with Inez, but holy crap, this is the easiest one yet. Huh. Well, this route is truly blessed, it seems. I love you.
Took too long. Oh well. I'll let it slide.
Sorry, I was busy having a moment, Yune. You don't understand.
I don't know how long my body will last. How long I will be able to love you. You shall have my feelings, as meager an offering as that is. But you must give me your heart.
And you just took her physical heart. I was waiting for him to be like, what if we did another surgery and I just took your heart and put it inside me? We can be together forever. I had to ruin a perfectly good moment. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a lot of feelings right now.
Love me. Until I die.